I feel like Google is like a mentalist. They know what we're thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Google search your mind in front of everybody here.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right.
Are you okay with this?
I got to clean up my mind a little bit.
Yeah, clear your thoughts. Clear your thoughts.
Yep.
Search exactly what you were thinking. Don't tell me what it is. Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
You sure?
It's Googled.
Okay. I ruined your paper, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, do you search something?
Yep.
He could have searched anything he wanted, anything at all.
Yeah.
And what did you search?
Are you serious?
I mean, that's what I thought. I mean, it's weird. Sorry, I ruined your paper.
Yikes on bikes, dude. Cool, dude. I am so excited to welcome on my guy, Ricky Smith Jr. If you don't know Ricky, you might have probably seen him on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Probably not MySpace. That's a little
Oh my gosh,
little
MySpace,
dated.
that's a long time ago.
A long time ago. I don't even. Did they even have video on MySpace? I think it's that old. Did they?
They did, yeah.
Yeah. Or it was just like, I remember doing MySpace and it was just like, I learned to be a coder. And then also like ranking all your friends. That's a wild, and I'm already off on a tangent 30 seconds in here. But
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, what? Take your ADD medication, Austin. But yeah, Ricky Smith Jr., he's a magician. He's world-class card thrower. It's unbelievable to see the things that he's done. A 3-time Guinness World Record holder.
Well,
do you still hold those?
Yeah, I do, but I hold 4 more now.
4 more now?
So I have 7 Guinness Book World Records.
I should have looked at your updated Wikipedia.
That's okay. It's okay.
I think I read the one from 2017.
I mean, 2017 would have been, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're getting all updated here. But I mean, world-class guy. Also, I was just looking at you. I was like, we could potentially be related. The
blonde hair, blue eyes,
fair skin.
Yeah, it's my brother from another mother.
Absolutely. Guys being dudes out here. Ricky, how's everything going with you? You doing well?
Everything's good. Just keeping really busy. Had over 700 shows last year and just starting 2024 now.
So there's 365 days in a year.
Right.
How are you able to fit in 700 shows into, like, am I taking you away from money right now?
This early in the morning? No,
yeah,
we're good.
Good. How are you able to fit 700 shows into a year?
You know, during the weeks, I would do school shows.
Yeah.
I would go to a show in the morning at 9, maybe one at noon, one at 3. So I do a lot of school tour stuff. And then on the weekends, it's corporate holiday parties, it's backyard parties, it's birthdays, it's fundraisers, it's galas, it's everything. So you can just go from one show to the next.
Yeah, we were just talking that was how we kind of met each other. I was freshly in Cleveland. I think I hadn't even been here for like 6 months. I think I'd maybe been here. It was like 3-4 months, something like that. And I was emceeing an event. It was a charity fundraiser event, and they had a magician. And I was like, duh, I'm going over here. Like I didn't know anyone, so I was like, I'm gonna go hang out and check out the magician. And that is such a power move, first and foremost, when you're holding a party, when you have an event and you have a magician walking around doing magic, and then, which is amazing. And then when you're like 3 Miller Lights deep, like it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, I would have never thought being a magician. I mean, I go to parties for a living.
Yeah.
I'm a professional mingler.
It's a really good skill to have.
Just going up to people and, interrupting them and, giving them something that leave them with some sort of wonder, at the end. Like what the heck just happened? And
it really is quite wild, just seeing magicians doing, and I'm like one of those people where I'm gonna figure this guy out. I remember thinking that too. I'm like, I'm gonna watch his, because it's like there's the sleight of hand things, and like, you're putting your attention over here, you're talking to me something, meanwhile you're doing something in your back pocket or whatever it may be. Clearly I'm not a magician because I'm just like talking, gibberish over here. But do you just like get some you have to get just hilarious reactions constantly?
I mean, the reactions are absolutely incredible. I mean, I could mess with you right now, and I don't know. Can we do it?
Yeah, let's start off strong.
Well, here we'll start off with something real simple.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you like money?
Duh. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All you have to do is tell me how much cash I have right here, and I'm gonna let you keep it. Go.
Okay. $4.
Why would you say $4?
It just looked like 4. Yeah, because I guess I can count 4 bills.
Yeah. What's that say?
That's a $1.
And that is what? I just want to make sure you're clear here, because that looks like a $100 bill. Right? I mean, that was like 1, 2, 3, like at least 400. I mean, right? I mean, are you missing this?
I am not missing. That just magically turned into $400.
Well, the problem is if you spend them, they look like dollars. You don't want to get caught doing that. So,
bro,
I guess just remember that for next time. You'll be set. Don't worry about it.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Yeah, I could.
Can we do it right now?
No.
Wait, but you need to turn them back into the 400 because that's way more.
As long as you get $4 and change, you can just keep doing it.
My goodness.
I know.
Dude, that is like something that I wish I would have taken a little bit more time. When I was like in 6th grade, I was like, you know what the girls like? They like guitar. So I got a guitar and I like learned some chords and whatever. It turned out to seemingly nothing of a career and hardly a hobby at this point. But this is the #1 party trick ever.
Oh, magic for sure,
magic.
I believe, is a party trick right now. You know, being able to go and just entertain for hours at different events. But during school, in 6th grade, it wasn't as popular as it is now.
What were you like as a kid? I mean, were you always into magic? Were you the weird kid that would go up to people and just be like, "Hey guys, I got a few tricks here"? And,
I mean, yes.
Inserting yourself in a conversation. You were doing the mingling in 6th grade and then getting shoved into a locker.
No. I mean, I was always the magic kid. I played baseball throughout my whole career.
Yeah.
And in the locker rooms and on the bus trips, I was always doing card tricks. So it just ended up becoming something that I always had a deck of cards in my pocket, and it just a hobby turned into a career.
Yeah, and what kind of sparked that as a kid? Did you see something on TV? Did you know someone? Did you have an uncle or like that kind of sparked that interest? And you were like, I like that.
There's like 4 different sparks. Like my dad had a card trick. You know what? I'm just gonna show it to you because this is like,
I love this.
This is what got me into it, and there's a really cool story behind it. And this is a very simple trick, but you have 3 piles.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. There's your card. Look at the card.
This card. Okay,
look at the card.
This is my card.
Memorize it. Put it anywhere you want into the deck.
Okay, it's throwing me off that the colors different. Okay, all right.
Put it anywhere you want.
Into this deck.
Any one of them.
Oh, okay. Into the big deck or the 3 ones?
Any one of them.
Okay,
you're good.
All right. Love it.
Okay. Yep. So then I would have them basically shuffle them up, mix them up. It doesn't really matter where the card is. All I'm going to do is a little gambling trick.
Yeah.
All right. Are you a gambler?
No, I lose a lot of money. Yeah.
I'm going to bet you $100 the next card I flip over is yours.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. You owe me $100. But that's...
I was looking at it. I was like, that's my card.
So the story with this trick was my dad was doing it to his brother. And basically, as a magician, you know what the card is.
Yeah.
Okay? So you pass it on purpose. You make the person believe that they won.
Yes, yeah.
And you get them with that bet. So my dad's doing this to his brother, and he's mixing the cards up. He goes, "Donnie, I'll bet you $5 the next card I flip over is yours." And his brother goes, "I'll bet you 10." And he's like, "Fine."
Yeah,
Done. And that was one of the first sparks.
Oh, I love that.
So, and then
So that was your dad? Your dad?
Yeah, my dad was like, he had 2 card tricks.
Yeah, okay.
My uncle had a coin trick. My grandfather had a little ball trick. My neighbor behind me had this magic kit from like the 70s.
Sure.
She gave it to me. Unfortunately, it was all in German. So, but the best part was
curveball.
My mom's best friend back when I was a kid was German, so she read some of it to me.
Oh, okay.
So there's all of these like different elements that, they all built together. Like from this magic kit, there was a way how to make yourself levitate.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take 2 baseball bats.
This is a hell of a magic.
No, listen. You take 2 baseball bats. You put a shoe on each one, and then you lay on like a picnic table, and you have someone cover you, and then you start to go up like this, and it looks like you're levitating off the table. So I end up doing this, and my German neighbor, she's like, "Ricky, he's floating on the picnic table outside," and it was just, So all of these different elements.
You're just freaking everyone out in the neighborhood.
I was trying to, and it just ended up, turning into a career.
That is wild. So, but what's so interesting about that path, though, too, is that there wasn't like a magician in your family. It was all these little hodgepodge pieces.
All little pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a magician at the fair. There was a magician at a kid's birthday party. There was my uncle. There was my grandfather. There was my dad. And it just, after I learned those tricks, after I grew older and I learned and collaborated with other magicians, one magician told me, one of my... one of the guys that got me into it even deeper with like card manipulation, he's like, "You just have to know 4 tricks."
Oh.
I'm like, "What do you mean you have to know 4 tricks?" He's like, "You just have to know 4 tricks, and you have to know them better than anybody else. So when someone sees you perform that, they'll be like, dude, that was awesome. Or if they see somebody else perform and be like, that was good, but you should see Rick do that trick.
Sure.
So he's like, as long as you can do 4 tricks better than anybody else, you're on the right path.
So this was obviously a hobby, kind of growing up, doing this as a kid. I know that you went and played baseball, which I want to get a little bit more insight into that. But when was it like this could potentially be my career? Did you go studying for something, or was this always kind of like a secret thing that you wanted to do?
No, it wasn't at all. I was a kid, lifeguarding at the pool and doing magic shows for, magic tricks for people that were at the pool. If I was lifeguarding or whatever, and people are like, hey, can you do a birthday party? And I'm like, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
How much? I don't know, $30.
Yeah.
$30, 30 minutes. I mean, to me, that was gold.
That's
that was
not
a lot
bad.
of money because I was only making probably $5.85 being a lifeguard.
Sure.
So I had probably so many people from the pool end up hiring me, and then I'm like, now I'm making more money than I'm at the pool. So I'm like, there's something here.
Yeah, and then that just steamrolled. You went to college.
Yeah.
Apparently you had a really good arm.
Yeah.
Like you were throwing like low 90s.
92 is my fastest clocked speed.
That's pretty darn good. So like, I mean, I was a pitcher growing up, tore my labrum, and that was like bye-bye to Austy's baseball career.
Yeah.
But that's nothing to snuff at. I mean, like, especially now, like, it's gotten much, but like if you're coming out of high school and you're throwing like,
88 out of high school.
if you're hitting 88, if you're hitting the 90s, you're a legit prospect,
I was pretty crazy because I gave up baseball my senior year in high school.
Yeah.
And I actually was, from what the coach said, I don't know how true this is, but from the coach said at Cleveland State I was one of the only people that have ever walked on to a NCAA baseball team.
Really?
Because I went out to the tryout, I hit the first guy, I walked the second guy, the third guy hit one, and I'm like, oh, that was a great tryout.
Yeah.
But I was throwing 90s.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, we can train accuracy and mechanics and all this. We can't train that speed.
You cannot train that. Yeah, that's like God.
So I walked onto a NCAA team.
Unbelievable. And so, I'm sorry, you said that you played at Cleveland State, or you?
No, I played there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said that
when they had a baseball team.
I'm sorry. Yeah. They don't have one anymore. But I thought you said that you quit after your senior year of high school. But so, how long did you play for Cleveland State? How was your career?
I played for a few years. I was in and out of injury.
Okay.
So my arm progressively got worse as I kind of grew into my career.
It takes so much toll on your arm.
Well, I mean, I threw overhand. I threw sidearm. I had a wicked natural curve, like a tailing fastball.
Just like motion to it, yeah.
Don't know why. I still can't figure it out.
Sure.
But what I found out after baseball, after I kind of was like getting out of it, I found out that my ulnar collateral ligament right here, completely gone.
Oh, really?
So they're like, you're still throwing 88 with no ligament? And I said, yeah, it's painful. And they're like, well, you need to get that fixed. So I ended up having Tommy John surgery after my baseball career.
Okay.
Came back, played in a men's league, like 30 and over league.
Yeah.
And I started throwing high 80s again.
You're like Dennis Quaid in The Rookie.
It was. But then I ended up getting into it too quick after Tommy John, after feeling like, oh my gosh, this is what it's supposed to feel like, throwing a ball, not hurting.
Yeah.
I ended up tearing it again, or the cadaver. So I'm probably the only magician / card thrower / baseball pitcher to have Tommy John surgery twice.
Oh, you had it twice?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And the doc here in Cleveland, he was always for the Cleveland Guardians chick. And he's like, we're going to do something different in your arm that we've never done before. And they did, not that you would understand what this is, but they did a figure 8 with the ligament. He's like, I mean, usually we just fix it to end somebody's career. But he's like, you're a professional card thrower.
Yeah.
We need to keep this arm strong for as long as we can.
Yeah.
So now, arm's perfect, and I have like it's like a double ligament in this area for the stress of throwing.
You have a figure 8 ligament in your arm. That's pretty wild. But
yeah.
I mean, it suited you well. I mean, because on top of being a magician, I think maybe even more online of what you're more known as now is being this card thrower.
Yeah.
And I was like blown away at how hard you're throwing. How hard are you throwing cards?
Well, the hardest ever was 92 miles an hour. I did it at Ripley's. But
just like one of these?
yeah, one of these cards.
That is moving.
That is.
Wow.
Stan Lee, before he passed away, the creator of Spider-Man,
Yeah.
actually called me the real life Gambit.
Yeah.
On his TV show Superhumans.
That's
And
unbelievable.
I went up against an NFL football kicker to see who can throw farther, myself or the kicker.
Yeah.
And I ended up throwing a 70-yard field goal, and the kicker couldn't.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Crazy, right?
Jeez.
At the Los Angeles Stadium or Coliseum or whatever with the stadium, yeah.
Yeah.
In LA.
And it was outside?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I mean, a little card, it weighs, nothing. Just like a little bit of breeze. I mean, that's either not going very far or it's, tailing each other way.
It's crazy. And then I found out, with all the card throwing stuff, I found out that I can slice vegetables in half. I'm the most accurate in the world. I can throw cards around somebody. I can take, you put a piece of celery in your mouth, I can chop it down so it's like this close to your face.
Yikes.
I know.
Dude, so have you ever nailed someone in the face?
Just my buddy, Ely.
Just your buddy. No, but like if you're getting hit by a card from pretty close distance at let's say mildly.
Yeah.
70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
If you're taking a little bit off of it.
So,
regardless, that's going to make a welt. That's
it does leave a little paper cuts.
Yeah.
And quick story about my buddy Ely. So we do this show called Magic Gives Back, and we have these fundraisers. Instead of kids selling magazines and cookie dough, they come to our big show.
Yeah.
And I do a card throwing segment where I take a playing card and just throw it. He puts an apple in his mouth, and I just look at him point blank and throw the card and stick it in the apple. So last year we had 14 of these big shows, and I didn't miss once.
Yeah.
Like I hit every 14, didn't hit him in the face once.
Actually the most accurate in the world.
Well, yeah. So I'm also a YouTuber. So I'm like, all right, instead of doing it from 6 feet, let's make a video and make it from 12 feet. Boom, hit him in the face. Oh, yeah, sorry, okay. Boom, hit him in the face. Oh, dude. Boom, another one. So this is in between like two of our big shows. And, like I said, I didn't miss in any of the shows because it's like perfect, 6 feet away. It's right in my zone. So he comes out on stage with Band-Aids all over his face. And I lost it. Like, what do you want me to do? Hit you in front of all these people?
What I'm more impressed with is the fact that Ely didn't tap out. After one, I'm like, yeah, you're done, pal.
Yeah, he tapped out after the fourth one.
Yeah, after the fourth one. Yeah, well, we don't need to mention that. Yeah. But so back to college a little bit. What were you studying in college?
Yeah.
And did you always hope to kind of turn this into your full-time gig?
So to answer that question quickly, yeah, I studied business marketing.
Yeah.
And school is not my favorite thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
I did it. I graduated. However, if being an entertainer, I was like, all right, I'm going to get all of the people in my marketing group, all of the people in the accounting, all the people, and I'm going to make a team because I know I'm going to be with these people for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
So all of these other students, they're studying how McDonald's became McDonald's, how Kaufman's became, whatever. What was it? Kaufman's turned into...
I don't know. I don't know coffee.
Oh my God! It was a department store.
Sure.
And basically, there was how they did coupons and all this stuff, and how they tricked you to buy stuff at discounted prices.
Yeah. So like retail things.
Yeah.
Like business,
So what I did is I took all of these marketing kids, all of these students, and I'm like, all right, you guys, let's not do McDonald's. Let's make an entertainment agency.
Sure.
You're gonna handle other entertainers. You're gonna handle Rick Smith Jr. We're going to handle TV marketing over here. We're going to start over here with this. So I'm making integrated marketing campaigns. I'm making business SWOT analysis, all for my company.
I love it.
So I'm finally graduating.
Talk about a little like manipulation.
Well, it was college, and
yeah.
I had all of the best students all working.
Might as well utilize them for free.
Working for me to make the best marketing plan as a business. So an entertainment agency, me as a magician, corporate entertainer, and I graduated college with all of this. And my deal for the students was, you guys help put this together, and I'll present it.
Sure.
I'll present it in front of the class. I'll mix magic. I'll do marketing messages. And to this day, there's companies like General Mills or Oracle or Intuit or Intel that want me to come out as a magician, like a local magician out of Cleveland, and I'll go and talk using team building with magic or
Yeah.
marketing messages to get their product across.
Well, number one in speaking, you got to be able to have an attention grabber. And I mean,
Magic is an attention grabber.
Is the number one attention grabber. So that's super interesting. I mean, and obviously that is something that you've been able to bridge the gap from. This is a fun little hobby where I'm making a little money on the side, younger.
Yeah.
But then utilizing that marketing to make this into your career.
Yeah, I mean, and it turned into my career fairly quickly because even like while I was in college, my last year, I'm struggling with baseball,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, well, these shows are starting to come in, and now it's not $30 anymore. Now it's $150 for a half hour,
Yeah.
or $200 or $250 or whatever it ended up being. I was making enough money to, as soon as I graduated college, I bought my first house.
Wow.
So it was all from doing card tricks. It wasn't even doing card throwing. Card throwing, yes, developed in college, being that I was a ball player, but it turned into a career once I went on national TV before there was like social media.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, look at you, man.
I mean, there's a story. Okay, let me tell real quick story.
Yeah.
So, Plain Dealer.
Yep.
Okay. 2002.
Okay.
No social media.
Totally.
No YouTube.
Yeah.
No Instagram. No Facebook. No. I mean, I don't even know if MySpace was really there
Yeah.
yet.
I think it launched in 2003.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking. Okay, so 2002.
In different world.
Yeah, I'm playing baseball at college. I ended up throwing a playing card in my locker room and hitting one of my teammates. He brings in the Guinness World Record book the following day. He goes, dude, you have to break this. I'm like, what? It was throwing a card 167 yards.
Jeez.
No, I'm sorry, 167 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can shatter that.
I'm like, well, it wasn't easy. But I'm like, all right, well, let's do it. So we called Channel 3. We called Channel 5, 8, 19, every single news station that we could, every Plain Dealer, News Herald, Sun Messenger, everybody. And we're like, all right, if someone shows up to this, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, everybody showed up.
I love it.
Everybody. Associated Press picks this up.
Oh my.
I'm talking.
Like national.
Okay, so it ends up being front page of the Plain Dealer.
Yeah.
But not like smiling. It's like
Yeah.
the worst. But it's this big.
Yeah.
So everybody sees this back then because
Yeah.
everybody's reading the paper.
Totally.
News Herald, Associated Press, and then it goes to BBC London. And now I'm getting phone calls from Jay Leno. I'm getting calls from Ellen DeGeneres. I'm getting calls from Steve Harvey. I'm getting calls from all of these huge people. This is all before social media.
Totally. Yeah.
And I'm deleting these voicemails because I thought they were my buddies messing with me.
Get out.
But they all called back, and I ended up.
And just like pretty instant, like, was this like basically overnight?
Oh, it was
like,
overnight. My phone was ringing the whole day, the following day, like wanting to do interviews, doing radio shows. I mean, podcasts, but they were radio shows,
Sure.
like in New York, in Chicago, and the BBC, in London. And I'm just on my parents' phone, just doing interviews.
And like 21, 22?
22.
22 years old. Unbelievable. Yeah, because I mean, back in 2002, people hardly had
21, 22, yeah.
Yeah, or 2002. Yeah, whatever it was. And it's that's the equivalent now of going viral. You know?
Oh, it was super viral. I mean, super viral then.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. I can't even explain that to somebody that's listening now. Like, we didn't have this. We didn't have YouTube. We didn't have anything like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so much harder to be able to get your word out there. You literally had to like get media to come, and that is a much harder process than now literally filming something on your phone and putting it on TikTok and watching the numbers spike. What was the first national TV show that you went on?
The first show I ever did nationally was Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Okay.
Dean Cain, Kelly Packard. We did it in Las Vegas. They came here in Cleveland. They filmed some. We went to Las Vegas and filmed some. We went to Los Angeles. It was a really good TV series. It was on TBS. It was at 8 o'clock.
I remember watching that.
It was
Yeah.
before any reality TV shows too. No America's Got Talent. No, none of that. But yeah, I went from Ripley's right away to the late night TV show Last Call with Carson Daly.
Yeah.
He put me on, and then Wayne Brady called me. He had his own TV show. And then Steve Harvey's like, I'm from Cleveland. I'm doing this TV show called Steve Harvey's Big Time.
Yeah.
This is like when the TV hosts are actually calling, like not producers and stuff.
They were calling you personally?
Yes.
That's wild.
I mean, you don't get a phone call from like, hey, this is Jay Leno. I just want, come on.
Usually it's like a booking producer,
Yes.
and then it kind of goes through the
It ended up becoming crazy. I mean, things changed as went on, and I did Jay Leno, I did James Corden, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
And then I've done all the reality shows. America's Got Talent. I was a guest on Shark Tank. I did, there's so many now, which is crazy. Ellen, I did Ellen. I don't know.
All of them, basically.
Penn and Teller's Fool Us.
Yeah.
I fooled Penn and Teller.
I love it.
That's great. I don't know. It's just, I mean, I don't know. And I'm still here, and I'm still performing at kids' birthday parties.
Yeah.
And I love what I'm doing, so I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
When you're looking back at those TV shows, is there one that like sticks out as like a really special one, or like a funny moment that you're like, I can't believe that happened?
Oh yeah, Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
See, I mean, he's a comedian, so I mean, I'm on the show, and they want me to pop a balloon over the audience. And this balloon's like a 3-foot round, big red balloon filled with confetti. It's to end this presentation.
Yeah.
So I hit the balloon. It doesn't pop. Okay, I'm like, all right. Well, he's like, no, keep it going, Rick. We got this.
Are you panicking a little bit?
No, I mean, it's the first throw, and
Sure.
I hit it. So I'm like, all right, didn't pop. Throw it again. Boom, doesn't pop. Come on, Rick. You just keep on throwing. On TV, we're only going to show the one that pops.
Yeah. Oh.
Like 7 throws later, but when it airs, they ended up throwing some of this comedy of Steve Harvey saying, like, you're going to do it. And it ended up being awesome because it was like, they only showed like the 3rd throw on TV, and it popped all over the audience, and everyone just lost it.
Now, was this a Rick Smith Jr. approved balloon? Like, did you give them the balloon? Because that I could potentially see that going against your favor of like if they're putting like,
I have to be honest. I had no idea what card throwing could do.
Yeah.
So when Ripley's called, they're like, "Can you slice a banana in half?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Can you stick one in a watermelon? Sure. Can you throw one over the Four Queens Hotel in Las Vegas? Oh yeah, sure. I didn't know. I just said yes to every single thing that they said.
Sure.
So in the meantime, we're at the Willoughby Brewing Company in Willoughby, Ohio, and they want me to pop a balloon. This is Ripley's first time ever popping a balloon.
Yeah.
So instead of just taking a card, which I can pop a balloon with, I know this now, I have tape and needles hooked onto these. Like I'm making a whole bunch of balloon cards with needles on it. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to pop this balloon. They're like, can you break a pop can or a Red Bull can? I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm getting steel playing cards, and I'm like looking for everything just so I can look really good on TV. But I realized that after all of these shows and all of these different stunts that I've done, regular paper playing cards can break that can. As long as you shake the can up and you hit it, it'll pop.
Wild.
You can pop, right in half, cucumber, carrot, celery. I was thinking metal cards all the way, but no, it's just paper.
Unreal. Well, one thing that sticks out to me, and to be able to do what you have to do, and also say yes to things that you haven't done on a national stage, you have to have just absurd confidence. Where'd you get that from?
I mean, the confidence. It's gonna be hard to say.
Or delusion, one of the two.
Well, no, the confidence here is like once it happens once, you can do it. Mm-hmm. So after you can do it, you can basically just keep doing it because it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
I mean, the TV stuff was one thing. YouTube was another world. I don't know if you have that on your list to talk about, but Dude Perfect.
I was going to get to Dude Perfect.
Those guys are the ones that launched card throwing to billions of people.
Yeah.
Billions now. I mean, the card throwing views on my YouTube channel alone are over 1 billion views.
Unreal. So you start out with Magic, and then what's the percentage of what you're doing card throwing to Magic? I mean, but especially, I think it's just so much more. The virality of doing card throws is just so much more appealing than maybe doing a long drawn out trick.
Yeah, so what you don't know, and what most magicians, if they see me performing at a convention or something, they're like, "Oh, you're the card throwing guy."
Yeah.
They don't even know that I'm a magician, which is funny because Magic came to me with a simple deck of cards before there was any card throwing.
Sure.
I made my whole career before there was card throwing.
Unreal.
Card throwing is only a 5 to 7 minute part of my Magic mentalism trick shot show. It's just a small piece. It's just something that has nothing to do with Magic. Realistically, it has nothing to do with Magic, but it's a passion of mine, baseball, and putting it into my show. It just gives people a different element, things that they've never really seen before.
How much did, when social media came around, YouTube, hooking up with the Dude Perfect guys, how did you guys get in touch? How did they contact you and like they saw your stuff on YouTube and then just kind of went from there?
No, I had no YouTube. I had no YouTube following. I had
Really?
5,000 followers, and they were probably like friends and family and people
Wow.
that maybe have seen me at a show that I posted.
Yeah, I mean, like 5,000 still. I mean, but it's not like
It was different back then.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something that sat there that
Yeah.
I would put little videos on, and I didn't try.
Sure.
Yeah, so I get a phone call. Hey, Rick, it's Corey Cotton. I work with the YouTube group by Dude Perfect. We'd love to have you come on our show and do this card throwing trick shot video. And to me, I'm like, I don't want to be cocky about this, but I was like, what's it pay? Like this, you guys want me for 3 days.
Yeah.
And now I'm working like on a weekend, like I'm going to give up 6, 7 shows. I said, what's it pay? They're like, oh, it doesn't pay anything. I'm like, all right, well, I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
I didn't even know at first really who Dude Perfect was. I knew the name, I knew trick shots, but I didn't know what their audience was going for.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea.
I mean, that is right up their alley.
But it was also at the beginning of the YouTube explosion.
Sure.
Like, I mean, 2017 is right when, Mr. Beast had only 100,000 followers then.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane.
Yeah.
So they called me back.
And this is what year were you talking?
This is 2017.
2017. Okay.
Yeah, they called me back and they're like, we have 15 million followers and we'll make you the star of this video.
Yeah.
We promise you'll get a good response.
Yeah.
36 hours in the #1 spot on YouTube trending.
Unreal.
36 hours.
And so that's one of the things where, yeah, you're not getting the monetary compensation right up front, but the back end.
Oh,
I mean, how many followers did you get after that?
That night, 100,000.
Oh my gosh. So you went from 5,000 to
100,000 in one day. I got the plaque. I'm like, what? I got a plaque?
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't even deserve this, but one day, 100,000. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to start creating videos.
Sure.
So I would post every couple weeks. And then it ended up being now, I post almost every day right now.
Yeah. Unreal. So with keeping it fresh, and that's kind of probably the hardest thing to do. I mean, that's the hardest thing in any content creator is coming up with these new ideas. How are you doing that?
So I'm looking at social media as a different way than any creator is looking at it.
Yeah.
I am still a performer. I'm still doing 700 shows. So instead of just creating content, which I want to do, I just don't have the time to do it. I'm taking a piece, even if it's 30 seconds to a minute of my show.
Sure.
I'm giving kids, adults, anybody the opportunity to have their own video.
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't matter. I mean, I look at my audience, who's coming back, who's new, and my audience is new every day. So like if it was your birthday party, I'm like, I'm gonna give Austin a chance to be in my who wants Austin to be in the YouTube video? Everybody's like, yeah, let's get him in there.
Yeah.
So I do a trick with you. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna post it tonight. Happy birthday, thanks so much. And now Austin has his own YouTube video that has an audience of over 2 million people that he can share with his friends and family.
Yeah.
So I am using YouTube as of right this moment as a marketing tool. I mean, I am posting similar content, but I'm giving people a chance to star in their own little YouTube video, share it with their friends, and it lives there.
Well, but then you're gaining fans by doing that. I'm
trying.
You're welcoming them. I mean, the people that are in those videos, you're welcoming them into the experience, and they're going to be, lifelong. It's like getting an autograph from a baseball player or something like that. Them taking the time to do that. But it's also twofold too, because I mean, you could be a content creator, but I mean, from someone who does works in news and putting together high quality videos
It's hard.
is hard, and it's a pain.
I know. But these shorts, I mean, I was doing shorts before they were shorts.
Yeah.
And I was in the top 100 shorts creators last year, and I got awards from YouTube. I got a nice record player with all my statistics.
That's sweet.
So right now I'm doing about 5 to 7,000 subscribers a day.
Wow.
So I'm growing fast.
If I get 2 people that follow me on Instagram a day, I'm like, ooh, look at me.
Instagram, not so much.
Yeah.
I mean, but YouTube is my fastest growing.
Sure. That's awesome. Real quick, I want to talk maybe a touch personal, but 700 shows a day. I know you have 2 kids, a wife, the whole family, 3 kids. I mean, just like, how are you managing, being a dad, being a husband, and then also continuing to be on the road and do all these shows? And I mean, 1 show a week would be a lot. 700 in a year is absurd.
It is tough. I mean, my wife is very supportive.
Yeah.
She is an entertainer herself. She has a band called The Avenue.
Awesome.
So it's a Cleveland-based band. They have about 50. I think they had about 50 weddings, corporate events this past year.
Awesome.
It's a 10-piece. So she works on weekends. I work on weekends.
What instrument is she? Or she
She's
sings?
just a singer.
Yeah, good for her. Nice.
Yeah. She did American Idol season 2.
Sweet. Yeah.
So, and then I don't know. I mean, she's an awesome singer, and she does that every weekend, and she plans different events. So we're in the entertainment field. She traveled with me for years. I try. It's hard, but I mean, I'm always working pretty much.
Yeah.
So, it sounds terrible, but we schedule like everything now. Like we schedule like, hey, we got parties this weekend, no shows. We try to schedule everything out. Vacations, time to do stuff. It's busy. It's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Yeah. But I mean, it's when it's something you're passionate about and it's something that is putting money on the table, you make it work. And it seems like you've been able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, she's super supportive and it works out really well. But I'm not, even though 700 shows sounds like a ton.
Sure.
Think about it. I mean, my shows are 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm doing 2 shows a day, if you look at it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are working 8 hours a day.
That's true.
And yes, I may have to drive to that show and do it and come back, but it's not as bad as you would think. And on a weekend, maybe it's 5 shows on Saturday and 3 on Sunday, and then I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever it is. But it's not. It sounds like a lot, but it's just consistent.
Yeah, yeah. You have all these world records. You've been on the biggest platforms. I mean, what's next for you? What do you want? What's the next mountain to climb that you're working on that you want to do?
So right now we're working on Magic Gives Back. So when I was on Shark Tank, the TV show, we pitched having a Las Vegas style magic illusion variety show.
Okay.
And Cuban came back to us and was like, "Hey, you really gotta build your audience where you are now, and then come back to us at Shark Tank and see what we can do." So I was on tour as a school fundraising prize. Kids would sell magazines, cookie dough, wrapping paper. And I would be the prize, my magic show, my card throwing, get the kids out of class, come do the show.
Yeah.
And Mark Cuban, and he's like, "You really got to change that." He's like, "You have to be the fundraiser." So we invested, we got sponsors, we have different people that help us put this show together, and it's called Magic Gives Back. And now students are selling tickets, collecting donations to our platform.
Awesome.
And we provide the school systems with a Las Vegas show. I'm talking big stuff, cutting people in half, making people disappear, making a 22-foot helicopter appear on their school stage.
Oh my gosh.
VIP parties, backstage parties, red carpet walks, VIP YouTube videos, all of this stuff. And last year, we raised a little over $101,000 for local schools in Northeast Ohio.
Awesome.
And we just launched Medina last week, and they already made over $30,000 in their first weekend.
Yeah.
And they still got 18 days to go before their show.
Unbelievable.
So we'll see how this goes.
So that's just something that you just want to continue to build on and make that as big as you possibly can.
I mean, right now, just keep it in Northeast Ohio.
Sure,
But
okay.
I mean, this is a big platform. There's
huge,
19 of us that are doing the show. Like production, video walls, smoke machines, lighting, stage hands, trucking. We have sponsorships. We have all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's insane. Schoolyard Snacks, they provide snacks for everybody. The Calvetta brothers, I'm sure you know who they are. They provide a Disney trip to the student that can collect the most amount of donations and sales. Win donations, doing the VIP party. All of these other sponsors throughout are like show sponsors and helping the show grow.
Yeah.
So we can give more back to the community.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Can we? Let's get a little intermission here. I want a trick. I want another trick.
You want a trick? All right.
What do we got? Did you say you're a mentalist as well?
Yeah.
Because that's gotten really big, I feel like.
It is. It's awesome. I mean, we can do this with everyday objects. Like grab your cell phone.
Okay.
And open it up.
Okay.
How often would you say you are on social media?
A lot.
A lot.
Like a day?
Okay.
Oh, you're looking for a specific number?
No.
Okay.
Like how often would you say, okay, how about this? Have you ever thought about buying something Okay, thought about it. Go to your Instagram and there's an ad for the thing you thought about buying.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like Google is like a mentalist. They know what we're thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Google search your mind in front of everybody here.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right.
Are you okay with this?
I got to clean up my mind a little bit.
Yeah, clear your thoughts. Clear your thoughts.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You're good.
All right.
Okay, open up your phone. You're already there.
It's open.
Go to Google.
Going to Google. Okay.
All right, can I borrow this and
Yeah.
show you what I'm doing?
Yes.
All I'm going to type in your Google search is the word Google. Can you confirm that for everybody that's watching?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Google Trends?
Yes.
All right. Google Trends, Google Statistics, Google Analytics.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Hold on. Flip it around so like the camera can get that. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Good?
Yeah.
So do me a favor. You can take your phone.
Oh boy.
Read me, just be careful, it's Google.
Yep.
Read me some of the things that are being searched right
Bill
now.
Belichick, Nick Saban retiring, Pete Carroll, Real Madrid, Lakers,
Football, basketball, soccer.
Tahoe, Bitcoin, Chris Christie,
Yeah,
Pistons.
all different. Yes?
Yeah. Yep.
This is Google. This is your phone. We didn't set this up ahead of time.
No, we did not.
Okay.
No.
So let's keep this as easy as possible. You could search actors, actresses. We'll keep it clean since we're doing a podcast. Read some animals that people may search.
Otter. I'm kind of shocked that otter is the first one. Chinchilla, a bumblebee, a zebu.
What is a zebu?
I don't know. It looks
Sorry,
like
no, I don't want to see them.
Okay,
You
sorry.
keep reading.
Looks like a big elk. Koala, camel, dung beetle, yak.
While you're doing that, can I borrow that
porcupine.
paper and the pen?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. You keep reading.
show
Don't look at
notes.
me. Don't look at me.
Okay. A wombat, turkey, musk ox, cat, rooster, cheetah, wolverine, water buck, bison.
All right. That's good.
Bird.
All different?
All different.
Cool. Let me see.
Yep. Oh, shoot.
You're fine. Out of all these different animals, you're going to pick.
Hold on. Yep, there you go.
You're going to pick any animal you want. I wrote an animal. I showed it to everybody already.
Oh, poop.
All you're going to do is pick an animal by choosing a number between 1 and 100.
Okay.
You already know number 1 is otter, so don't pick otter and don't pick 100. So somewhere in the middle. Give me a number.
14.
Tell me why 14.
It just seemed right.
It seemed right.
I was gonna go 13, and
All
then
right,
I
go
was
to
like, I don't-
13 and
I
see
don't
what
wanna be on
13 would have been if you would have gone 13.
the- Okay, we'll
Go
do
look.
13.
Go look at the 13th.
Okay.
Tell me what animals had 13. If you would have picked 13, what would it have been?
Musk ox.
A musk ox. But I didn't write musk ox. They already saw what I wrote. And what's 15?
Jerboa.
A jerboa. And I didn't write jerboa because you didn't pick 15. You picked 14. What is it?
It's a goat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought you would pick as well. I mean, right? That's weird.
That is wild.
Because you could have picked any one.
I did.
You picked goat.
Yes.
Maybe because he's the greatest of all time. I don't know. But hey, you know what? Let's take it a step further.
Okay.
Because I'm going to freak him out now.
Yeah.
Instead of searching an animal, let's take it a little bit further.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. What am I doing here?
Thinking of anything you want.
Oh, go of anything I want.
Anything. Just think of anything. I'm going to Google search your mind.
Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Let me think. Okay.
You sure?
I got it. Yep.
Okay. Right here?
Yep.
Search exactly what you were thinking. Don't tell me what it is.
Okay.
You have a picture? You searched it?
Does it have to be a picture?
No, just search it.
Okay, search it. Okay.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
You sure?
It's Googled.
Okay.
Do you want me to click images?
No, you don't have to. I just want to know. I ruined your paper, but sorry about that. Okay, do you search something?
Yep.
He could have searched anything he wanted, anything at all.
Yeah.
First time ever. Tell your fans what did you search?
The Office.
Yeah, that's again.
Are you serious?
I mean, that's what I thought. I mean, it's weird. Sorry, I ruined your paper.
Yikes, on bikes, dude.
So that's mentalism for you, getting people's mind, mess with them a little bit.
Bro, I gotta go. What kind of wizardry is this?
Ah, I'm a magician. I get to magish. If I were a wizard, we'd be in trouble.
Dude, that's nuts. I mean, so you don't have to give. I'm mind blown right now. So you don't have to give me any like inside baseball, but like, what are like some of the things that you have to do to be able to do that? Like, I'm not like. Give me as much as you can without just like completely ruining.
Okay, so
your whole shtick here.
I feel the way that I perform different tricks has to do with practice, like figuring out what type of people that I'm performing for. no different outcomes. Being able to, if you were to choose something different, how would I have gotten out of that? Like, there's so many different things that I'm thinking about at the exact same moment to make sure that I get that correct.
So we know each other in passing and online.
Yeah.
I don't post about The Office. We've never talked about The Office.
No.
I'm mind blown.
I mean, that's the whole point of being a magician,
nuts,
right?
Dude, that is nuts. Speaking of reactions, what do you get? Like, what's like the worst reaction you've ever gotten? I'm curious about this because everyone's always like, yeah, or like losing their minds, or I mean, you have to have some funny stories.
I mean, yes. I mean, I've had people run into the wall like that's unreal. I've had. This is kind of like sweet. I'm not going to say who it is, but like I want to say I've had the Taylor Swift effect.
Yeah. Of people just like.
Well, no. Of like, I'm still me. I'm still a magician. I'm still a local kid performing. Still, I don't see myself as a celebrity. I walk into a kid's party the other day, and first 3 seconds stunned that I'm in his house.
Sure.
The next minute, he's crying. Like, I can't believe that you are in my house.
Yeah, I mean, probably watched you on YouTube.
Yeah,
on TikTok,
I mean,
the whole
this
deal.
has happened multiple times. I go to a school in Virginia, and this kid's not even being a part of this fundraiser, and he's just the safety guy, like to help kids get in and out. As a kid.
Yeah.
And he sees me and comes up, asks for an autograph, and then starts crying.
Unreal.
It's insane.
That is insane.
Sweet, but it's insane.
But what a cool, I mean, that just shows that's the fruits of your labor, of making people happy and, being able to make people's day. That's pretty cool. To kind of flip the card here, I want to know, you've had to screw up at some point. What's the funniest screw up that you've had?
All right, I'll tell you. It's not a good screw up. So these big shows.
Yeah.
They're big. I mean, they're 1,500 people, 2,000 people in a show.
It's a lot of eyes.
It's a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
And you don't want to mess up a trick that you know.
Totally.
So there is a trick where I make you the magician.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I have these cards and I have you read them. And typically the last one is I say, what card did you pick? Ace of Spades. And inside the envelope is the Ace of Spades. Everybody goes crazy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I hand the Ace of Spades or whatever the card was to that person, and you go to your seat. Everything's great. Show 1 of 2 was perfect.
Yes.
Well, show 2 comes along. I gave the Ace of Spades to that person. Show 2. And what card did you pick? Ace of Spades. And I'm like, oh. Oh, boy.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, it's
Were you just like the inside like burning?
I had no idea. I don't know if I made them feel bad or what, but like, so I didn't have that card.
Yeah.
It's gone. Like I gave it to the person in show 1. So when I go to reveal, there's nothing there to reveal. There's no Ace of Spades. So I'm like, and sometimes tricks just don't work the way you want them to. Let's give them a round of applause anyway.
Yeah.
Send them back. I mean, and people forgot, but to me, I'm like, I go through this whole 2.5 minute trick to make this guy feel like he's the bomb, make his card appear in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And at the end, I'm just like, and sometimes tricks just don't work. Let's give them a round of applause for trying.
I ran out of magic here today. Oh my goodness, that's unbelievable. So. Dude, you're the man. Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's pretty. No, I mean, I'm going back.
Dude, we did. I mean, that was 51 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going back to Las Vegas this spring to perform with Penn and Teller.
Sweet.
Opening up for them at the Rio in Las Vegas. Magic Gives Back would be a show that I'd encourage any of you guys to come see locally.
Yeah.
The money goes towards different schools, different organizations. Brecksville, Broadview Heights, we've given them back over almost $100,000 over the past 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
This year, we're doing it for Team Compass. We're raising money for leukemia. So, MagicGivesBack.com, RickSmithJr.com.
Yeah. And socials too. Plug those.
It's just my name, Rick Smith Jr. If you want to find me on YouTube, Rick Smith Jr., Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever.
You're the man. I love it.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Dude, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. I'm like shook.
Here, we'll do one more to end this.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need your phone.
Okay. Let's do it. Also, if you're listening to this in the car or on Apple Podcast, and you're like, why can't I see this? Go to the WKYC YouTube page. Also, if you're listening on Spotify, good work because there's video. This is a video episode, so go back and watch these tricks. They're unbelievable.
Do you have a calculator out here?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let's see. Right here.
Okay.
Bam. I got 70 at some point. All right.
How often are you on here using your calculator?
Probably, I don't know, once, 3 times a week.
3 times a week. All right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah.
Do you ever use like any of the buttons on the side?
I don't know how to use those.
Okay.
No.
We're going to clear it out.
That is far outside. I did algebra in math, and in college, my highest math was math topics in junior college. So,
Well, let's prove to everybody that's listening and watching
yeah.
why it was meant for you and I to be right here, right now.
Yikes. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All with numbers.
All with numbers.
You're going to give them to me.
Okay.
First number,
20.
one digit.
1 digit.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We are going to do, how about 7?
7. We'll start with 7. We'll multiply 7
Okay.
by another 1-digit number.
2.
7 times 2. And if you're watching or listening, what's 7 times 2?
It's 14. Bam.
You got this.
I nailed it.
That was really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I would have never gotten it.
Yeah, I have like
That's not the trick.
I have math anxiety.
All
I was
right.
about to say that, and Rick Smith Jr. Ladies
Oh,
and
thank you so
gentlemen.
much. 100 years ago. This
Yeah,
should
right.
be- all right.
Yeah.
14 multiplied by a 2-digit number. Go.
14 is 6.
It's okay. I went to public school too. 2-digit number.
2-digit number. 23. Sorry.
I'm just teasing you. 14 times 23 equals 322.
322.
322 times 3-digit number.
3-digit number. 111.
111 equals 35,742. You can check the math. It's correct.
Yeah. I mean, it's Apple.
This number doesn't mean anything to you.
It means nothing to me.
Okay. Do you have a number that means something to you in your mind, like a 4-digit number?
A 4-digit number?
Maybe a password, 4-digit social.
I was gonna say, but it's the passcode.
All right, don't tell me.
No, I got it.
No, don't tell me. Type it in, the 4 digits. Don't tell me. I won't show it. I won't reveal it.
I can do another one though.
No, just do it.
Okay.
Press equals. Do you have an answer?
Yeah.
This number mean anything to you?
No.
No. See, this
I was
number
supposed
means...
to multiply, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
This number, well, I mean, this number doesn't mean everything, but it means a lot.
Okay.
It means that you and I would be right here, right now, on January 11th of the year 2024.
Bro. And that's the date.
It's pretty insane, right?
We also have to prove that that's the date.
I missed.
No, you're good because you can take a look at my spot, my right there. Bam. Put that in the camera. We'll zoom that in just to prove that
We got the exact date right now.
you didn't know what I was going to type.
I know.
That's interesting.
It's crazy.
Wow. You're wild, dude. I got to get out of here before he starts examining my mind and going through all my deepest, darkest secrets.
Do you want your wallet back?
Do you actually have my wallet?
That would have been great.
I was about to say I don't have it in my pocket. Yeah, it must be on my desk. Dude, thank you so much, Ray. Dude, you're the man. I mean, I am like blown away by all of this. You're the man. And also I got a free magic show
Right here.
today. How
Yeah,
about this?
why not?
On January 11th, 2024.
Crazy.
My gosh. All right, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate
Thanks.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you.